Well, hello there, my friends. Thank you for visiting. I have waited so long to show you the gem that's before you, and I can wait no longer because I've been putting it off and putting it off because I have been very busy for the past few weeks. No complaints fully because it's good busy, and while we have life, it's so important to live full. So I have been fully busy. And so before me, I've got some goodies. And I must tell you that these gems before me came from the CropFest that I attended. And that was earlier this month. It was from 9 in the morning until 9 at night, and it was fabulous. I was like a kid in the candy store, I must tell you. I got there early. I've never been before, but I saw everyone else on YouTube saying, how good it is. Some women saying that they always like getting there early and setting up and everything. Well, listen, I didn't take a whole lot with me to work on, and that's what it's primarily about CropFest. Individuals take items that they want to work on while they connect and such. But primarily, people were diligently working on projects, that they layouts and such that they wanted to do cards. But your girl, I took the bare minimum. I wanted to embellish some, what you call it, some paper clips, and I did that, but most of my time, and I mean most of the time, I must have spent half an hour working on my paper clips. And I was connecting and chatting, and I was like a kid in a candy store. I wanted to walk around and see what other creatives, such as myself, what they had to make, what they were all about, talk to them, connect. Oh, it was fabulous. I had butterflies in my stomach. I couldn't sleep the night before. It was like going on a hot date for the first time, probably only better. Ah, sorry guys. But listen, so let me tell you. So, thank you to Lisa and her team. I got a chance to meet Raquel, her daughter, once again, and I'm going to show you because I had to get another item from Raquel because she's got all these books, what do you call it, date with a book, and if you go online you'll see that. But enough of my talking, let me show you what I got. So I've got the cutting dies, and the cutting dies, this is so unique, I had to get it. Here, this is what it's all about. So you're going to be able to make a card and have this butterfly just pop up in the center. Now, the good thing about it is that you could swap out the butterfly and you can put something else in the center. And the scoring lines are all built in, and you just have to create. Now, like many of you, I've got other butterflies as well, but I figured I'll go ahead and get it. So you would stamp this butterfly and then you will cut it out. And then this is what you would get. So if you want to get exactly what's here, you want to get both of them. And the good thing is that the stamp is only $11.50. Primarily, you want to get the dies. And I'm going to tell you more about this because I'm doing Amalot. But the Glitter Hub, I think it's called, Evelyn is the owner. She was the core seller there along with Raquel. And Evelyn and I chatted and chatted and chatted because I got there early and she was putting her things out. She's a fabulous lady, businesswoman at heart. And so, Evelyn, big shout out to you in Aurora, the Glitter Hub, and Raquel and Lisa, who is the brain behind Scrap Fest, and she's got lots of other stuff going on. So I tell ya, when I speak and I tell you guys that to try paper play will be like none other. Yes, you could paint, you could write music and all that. And within all of those, they're fabulous. But don't discard and don't put uh, stamping and paper crafting and all of that in the corner. As the saying goes, nobody puts baby in the corner. And this is my baby, paper crafting. This is why I encourage you every time to try paper play. Now, I'm going to show you this one next because this is a gingerbread house. But the good thing about this gingerbread house is that you could take it apart and you don't have to keep the what you call it, the the candy cane. You could take it apart and it doesn't have to be a gingerbread, but you could make it into a gingerbread house. And I just love the fact that you could take it apart. And I did have some of the pieces somewhere. Oh, here. So Evelyn had to run back to the store at some point, and she didn't have any more of these to sell. So I was so fortunate that she sold me her sample. And so I decided to do what I saw Marcy do. And Marcy is one of the core folks who works with Evelyn. Marcy is a genius, traveled all over the world, lived all over the world. So you could only imagine the things that she's seen. And her designs and samples are like no other. I was just around her table as well, just chatting it up. So I took, well, here's the thing. This die, around the designs that you see, like the door and the windows, it's easily, you can easily pop it out. And with that, you can create your own house. You could turn this house into whatever color based on what you cut your paper out with, and then you can plug in back the doors and all that stuff. So you basically paper piecing the items back together. And if you love paper playing and piecing and just want to create, this is a perfect thing to do. So there's that. And I really got into doing these though. I really enjoyed putting them together. Very therapeutic. This is the one thing that I can profess forever about paper crafting. Remember, try paper play. This is such therapy. Listen, I digress. So many of us are crazy about houses. And so this is another house die. This one, I think, for this one, I'm waiting for the frame. And you could still surmise and kind of cut it out and do it yourself, but it comes with an actual frame. And so with this, you've got all the pieces for the window, you've got the roof, you've got the shutters that opens up. And so here you have the shutter, this piece, that's the inner side. And then you're going to have the outside piece here to connect as the shutters. I hope I wasn't putting this out of frame so you couldn't see anything. But yeah, I got this to play around with. And you see all the pieces here, there's so much you can do. You can leave or you can take out. You can make, this is called birdhouse and springhouse folding die. So it could be a birdhouse or a regular house. Thought I'd try that. I don't know, for some reason I was just feeling like getting these house dies. This one here I really enjoyed having because it spells hope. And I don't know about you, but we all need some hope, right? We cannot live without hope. I got these strips of paper. I don't even know what you call it, but it's just like a long bookmark, but it's not really a bookmark because the idea is that you would cut out these shapes here, these books and these hearts. So you would cut these out and use it to decorate your album, your journal, whatever. Love this Mente papers. Now, listen, many of my sisters, they're able to shop Mente and um, I can't even think of some of the big names because your girl don't use them. Echo Park, that's another big one. I, on the other hand, when I happen to have them, is because most of the time I get them when I go to my uh, craft fairs and garage sales and such, where people are able to let go because they're so blessed. But for the most part, many of my paper pads came selectively from Michael's when they've got, the pick of the litter. But many of my papers came from, uh, secondhand. And I've been fortunate to get enough that I can share. So this paper, when I saw it, I was so elated. I had to have it, and I was blessed to be able to, and so I did. This was the best day ever, hands down, in a long, long time. As women, we put off taking care of ourselves. And what does that look like? Well, taking care of yourself could take many forms. Is it going and see a movie all by yourself with a big thing of popcorn? Is it just going to the mall and taking a walk? Maybe you don't even have to buy anything, or maybe you just want to try stuff on. I mean, just go to a coffee shop and just sit, and just think and buy some kind of, I don't know, whatever. Just sit and treat yourself. Those are all wonderful things that we don't do. We sit around and especially if you're a busy person or you don't happen to have a lot of women friends, you just stay home and bite your nails or be mad at the world or men. No, go and treat yourself. It doesn't have to take a lot of money, but treat yourself, whatever it is. Now this one here is called, this is from 3/4 Designs. Never heard of it in my life. All I know is that I liked it. And so I think what I will do is do a few journals with these. So these are the nice cutoffs that could go towards pockets, or it could go towards creating cards, or just, it could be placed on the cover of your journals. But I like the fact that it's so pretty. And I don't know about you, but I like to celebrate women of all ethnicity. And so there's a few lovely ladies in all their glory. So whatever ethnicity you are, shine in all of your glory. Set the bar for yourself, and don't let anyone else do that for you. So I got this, and then the part that goes with that is this is the base. So if you're making cards, or you just want to have it complement those lovely card, like these lovely card pieces in here, these are the bases. They've also got, now listen, I didn't open these, I'm now opening it. So here we're seeing it all together. So as I looked at it and I felt, these are some die cut pieces that are just nestled in here, and one of them came out. So here are the bases. So again, you cut these down, and you can attach one of these card pieces that I saw in here. You could use these however you want. You could even do it in such a way where you're able to stretch it, right? What's this? Now, oh, so again, if you want to make cards, these are nice and sturdy. So I just take these, cut it down. There you go. Maybe put a butterfly there. Beautiful. So it comes with the card set and all of these extra backings. I don't know. I'm going to create a fabulous, maybe 2 or 3 journals And this is a beautiful. Oh, I don't think I'll be able to get it in just the way that I found it. Well, how do you like them apples? Easy to come out, right? That's life. So be mindful how you proceed. Hard to get back in once you get yourself in a pickle, right? These are the pieces that popped out. Here it says, "You are my favorite everything." Oh, imagine telling that to your sweetheart. You are my favorite everything. That's God for me. You're my favorite everything. So here now, this, I just had to get it because there's a lovely lady with her first child on the way. And I was planning on doing it like an eclectic type of a journal with all the pieces. But she happens to like these colors to begin with. And, you know, it's nice to make a difference and do a good deed. So it's money well spent. And look at this. Look at this lovely. I hope I'm doing this show justice. Oh, and I didn't even, like I said, I am opening this with you all. So my expression is the same. It's not fake. It's the real deal, y'all. So here we've got baby bottles. Look at this. Look at these little animals, these baby animals. And what I like is that the back side of the papers happens to be just as lovely. Look at that. It's got the pins. It's got flowers. It's got the baby bottle. It's got the carousel. Oh, it's got the congrats. Okay. Lovely, right? And then, of course, it's got the die cut pieces that goes with it. Frames and all of that. And then it's got the papers with the baby onesie. I'm trying to open it, guys. It's got the baby onesies. Let's see what the others. Look at this side. I love this. And that's this side. And just an amalgamation of all things baby. And then that side. So 3 12 by 12 paper. And you've got the paper pad, and then you've got the die cuts, the chipboard pieces. And so that's what I got. These are the things that I purchased. And I just kept it, didn't put it aside, put it away, all because I wanted you to see what I got. I just tickle pink. Now, I want you all to know before I show you what I got from Raquel, I want you to know that coming up, it's being planned right now, either the end of July or early August, I will be having a one-day retreat. And ideally, this will be for single women, and you need to be there. So keep listening out. If you have even the of an interest, you need to connect with me, because when the tickets go out, you need to be able to get yours. It will be one day from about 9 to 5. It will be breakfast and lunch included. And so, single ladies, it's so important that you take care of yourself, that you love on yourself, that you know that you're worth that and a bag of chips, and you need time to try paper play, to realize that all of your creative juices needs to not just be going out from you, but rather to for you to mold and put back inside, because you've been going all over like this. I want you to just nestle in your spirit, connect with ladies who are like-minded, going through the same journey. You need to find out more. So you need to share this video with anyone that you know, because I kid you not, you're going to want to be there. And you're going to want to come and experience what like-minded people are experiencing in their lives. And I say no more until you get more information. But Try Paper Play will be having a one-day retreat, and you're going to need to be there. All the single ladies, be empowered. Know you are empowered. And let's get going. So yeah, this is what I got. Tickle Pink. So I've got lots of lovelies. And I'm going to put this aside because I want to show you. So this happens to be, I got a few other items. So one of the things that I do is support grade 5, sorry, grade 4 and 5s. And I've got 2 classes. There's 20 something, I think 27 per class. 1 second, you know what? I put something in the oven and your girl didn't check on it, but it's sitting there. So 1 minute. All right, I'm back. So I support grade 4 and 5s. And listen, with the crafting that we are a part of, that I'm a part of, I have the privilege of going to these craft shows and such, and being blessed with gently used items. And I have surplus within my own. Nothing is enjoyable when we keep it all to ourselves. Some people have, I once met a lady, well, more than one, who shared with glee that they've got, one of them, over 300 pairs of shoes, another 100 pair of shoes. And I said, I believe to both of them, don't let people hear you talk like that. Now listen, one of these ladies had no children, the other one I think one. But nevertheless, many of us might be blessed with 5 if we're fortunate, some with less. And so, we have to be mindful how we speak. But I digress. So, one of the things that I love to do, I remember when I first started off in paper crafting, I hadn't much supplies to speak of. And so I recall going to a scrap fest type event, and there was a lady there selling strips. Let me find one. But she basically was selling strips of end cuts. And I recall buying a couple of them and feeling so happy that someone had something, a few items so inexpensive that I can get me some. And I equate getting scrappy pieces of paper from someone else like reading a daily devotional, because you get a little bit of all that's encompassed within their minds, as opposed to one story pathway. And so when I can pack for my 2 separate classes of 27 students, I am so elated. And so that's what I do. So let's see, that's close to 30. So that's, so like what, 50 something. My math stinks, but I know it's like what, 50. What is it, guys? It's 50 something anyways. So, I'm being so lazy right now. I'm being really lazy. Listen, my daughter, I'm so proud to say, she this summer will be taking university math. She's taking chemistry and biology, and she's like chemistry she's struggling a little bit with, and she's getting tutoring. But other than that, my girl is getting 90s and such. And I say, way to go, girl. Because when I didn't have to take math anymore, I was dancing a jig. And now I respect math. Like, whoa, you know? But, yeah. So, two separate classes of 27. So that's what? Minus 20, 50, 52? 52, 54, somewhere there. Don't you know what it is? I can't count off my head like that. But nevertheless, so I have all of these children and I bless them with my cutoffs. When I go places and I get extra supplies, I package it. I package them extra stamps and punches and just, all my surplus stuff. Anything I've not used for a while or don't want, or I go places, and because of all of that, I've been so blessed. And so Lisa was kind enough to bless me with some items that she got left back from the give and take table. And so I was able to package another set of items for my grade 4 and 5. So Lisa, thank you. And don't forget, I'm always um, looking out for you or any one of you guys out there. I know Marcy promised me, and Evelyn, if you're watching this, you too. Um, I am collecting items because my desire is to expand my business for Tri Paper Play, and having people buy my journals and knowing that, hey, your life is worth journaling, so you need to get to it and really pull out of what's within you and put it on your page. What are you looking for? What do you want? What do you wish you had? What's been bugging you? Put it on paper. And if anyone read it, that's their business. You didn't ask them to read it. They wanted to. So you all need to know that if you're looking for journals out there and you want to get hold of my journals, you don't have far to go. Just go on to my Etsy store, and that's Tri Paper Play Journals, and you're gonna find, now right now I'm behind, guys. So a number of my journals expired and I'm taking my time putting them back out there. But don't be daunted by what you see in my store, because I do have other journals, and what I do is do a few flip throughs so that you can select the one that you want. Now what I do is either embellish fully the journals, leaving enough writing space, or what I do is provide a naked journal such as this, still gorgeous, still pretty, lots of places to write, but I get you a lovely package so that you can then embellish further to your liking. And so go on to my Etsy store, Tri Paper Play Journals, and grab one of your own. And listen, this is my philosophy. When you go and get you a journal, grab one for somebody else. And when you let me know that you're doing that, if you buy it from the store, my Etsy store, then I will reimburse you back a percentage for buying two, because you're going to be sharing one. If you buy it outside of my store, my Etsy store, again, let me know and you will get a discount, because you will buy one and you will share one and you will get a discount. But they are lovely, lovely journals. This one right now, it's not decorated. It is not decorated. And this is one of the things that you all are going to get a chance to do when you come to my one-day retreat in a couple of months. You're going to get a naked journal. All will be included in your fee for your breakfast, your lunch, and your snacks in between, and the supplies you'll be using. Everything will be included. And so you're going to get, one of the things we're going to be doing is decorating journals. And you're going to also get an experience of having a special activity in your journal. And so you got to be there to find out more. That's coming up in a couple of months. Curious? Ask me more. So this here was on the make. So I took a bunch of stuff for my make and take table that they had there, and Lisa ended up telling me, she said, I didn't get a chance to really promote that, but she did mention it to me. And so your girl was able to share quite a bit, because as much as I share with my students, they are not blessed right now with all the devices and such for the die cuttings and such that I showed you. They don't have all the stuff. So I can't give them something that they're not going to be able to utilize. But for those champion crafters, they can. So some people were blessed, and again, whatever is left over, Lisa has an organization that she champions as well. But I got from the table paper. I took no paper because I figured these are all crafters like myself. I must get paper. So I got this off the table. I'm going to share with you what I got. I got that. I got this. That. I got this. Simple Stories. These are ones that I don't buy because my budget is not so good with these. So someone here probably was into scrapbooking or something. So when that happens, they end up getting a number of the same sheets, hence 4 of that one. If you're starting out in paper crafting and you don't have lots of paper choices, remember, when you don't go to the craft shows, you still have Michaels. I still rock Michaels when the paper is pretty. Right now, as we speak, today is what? Today is May the 15th. They've got some new paper stacks in there, but unfortunately, I'm not liking them. I'm not feeling them right now. They've got paper pads for surfing and I don't know. Go online and check it out. But your girl, she's not feeling it. So I didn't get any, and I'm glad because I've got enough paper that I can be a blessing to others. And so I don't need to get papers unless I love them. When a man loves a woman, when a woman loves her paper pads. So these are some of the papers that I got from the table where you were able to take stuff and pick up whatever is there. I was blessed to get all of these papers. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now this one I bought. I bought this one. And yes, it is busy. So 2 things. If I want to make a card, this will be the base. And then this will go on top. And then with a lovely sentiment with it. I am all things books and paper. Hence, try paper play, baby. So that's what we have here. And this was all free. All free. And thank you, CropFest. Thank you, Lisa. Now, I was so blessed that I was seated at the table with a lady who read an article that I wrote for the Bluffers newspaper. I didn't tell you guys about that. Again, as I said, I've been so busy. I'm going to share that another time. But it was a great blessing to see my name. It's a community newspaper, but nevertheless, it's a paper. And so when I got there and Lisa was telling me, what was going on, who was going to be at my table and all that, I said, oh, okay. And the first person who came to the table, well, I was seated with two persons. One, her name was Bertha. Oh, Bertha is just ever so quaint and unique. She's the type of person you would read in a novel. She's intelligent and quirky, and just, it's a joy listening to her. Full of life. Now, the other person that was seated with me, her name was it Sandra? Oh my goodness. I know her name because we've connected. I think it's Sandy. Oh, she's gonna kill me. But I know her name. I have it. It's either Sandra or Sandy. I think it's Sandra. Please let it be Sandra. But if not, I appreciate you. And my mind is just not there right now. But I was so blessed to have her at my table because she made me love this die so much. I didn't get it as yet, but I have to get it. Because with this die, when I saw it, I fell in love on first sight, because this die will allow us to have a bag. So this is a grocery bag. Do you see that? So this is a bag. And then with this bag, it came with like a bottle and some flowers and all that. And the idea is that you would have this boho type bag that you're going home with from the grocery store, and you would have your items in there. And I loved it so much that after a while she said to me, you wanna do some cuts? You wanna make some cuts? And I kid you not, I took some of the papers that I had from the table that I told you about and showed you some, and I just started cutting. And I think other than a few pieces of other than a few paper clips that I embellished, most of what I did was die cut. She basically gave me something to do because I couldn't stop. I was in a rhythm, just die cutting as much as I could these grocery bags. And I just have to get me my own, because as much as I took all my time die cutting, and I got, listen, I got all of this. All of this. And look at that. Isn't this stinking cute? I just have to make some cards with this. And it's such a large die. It is, oh my goodness. It is, if only I could hold the ruler properly. It's 4 inches by like 2 3/4. It's a large die. And then when you put all your flowers in there, it's so stinking cute. I could just smack somebody upside the head cute. So I don't know if you like this die. I don't have the name of it right now, but it's called the grocery bag die or something like that. Go online, you're going to see it. And don't take the last one if that's all that's there, because I don't have it as yet. But isn't this stinking cute? So if you don't have it, and so I was so blessed. So as the lovely table mate came to the table, she said, we got introduced. And she said, Aisha, she said, are you the same Aisha that had her article in the Bluffs newspaper? And I said, yeah. And I looked at her quizzingly, and I was like, oh my goodness. Of all the places, this lady who read the article that I wrote for the Bluffers newspaper had to be seated at the same table with me? Shut the door. So, yes. Listen, did I tell you all that I'm a blessed person? I didn't? Well, I am a blessed person on so many levels. And for those levels that evades me, it's for a good reason. And so I digress. But look at this. I am just, listen, I'm in love with this. Woo! Woo! Men, what men? I love this. So guys, if you don't have this die, you better run and get it and leave one for me. Or send me one, better yet. I don't have it yet. Isn't this stinking cute? I love it. Oh my goodness. I just had to share it. And I spent my entire time cutting that. I cut so many bags out. Oh my goodness. I had the time of my life. Woo! And I owe it all to you. Woo! Hey, baby. So yeah, and of course, again, I am blessed. So I happen to have dies that carries these foliage. So your girl was sitting pretty. All I needed was my bag because I knew I had my dies to go inside. Now don't go yet, because what I want you to see is what I got from Raquel. And we're shut the door. We're at 40 minutes. I didn't mean for this to happen, but wow. Uploading is gonna be joy. So putting the horse before the cart before the horse. So I got another kit from Raquel. And Raquel, this sweet, sweet young lady, Raquel, love her spirit. Just sweet goodness, pure. I pray the world leaves her as she is. The world is so crazy sometimes. This was her design. She designed this herself, she told me. More than words. Go online, she's there. More than words. And so I had to get another one because if you guys are checking me out, you know I got one before. But this one was a larger book. The other one was a coil notebook. This one is larger. And I then, inside of this same very bag, was all of these. And what's the idea? Well, the idea is that you decorate your journal. So it's a plain journal, and you're tasked with making this as pretty as you want it to be. And what I love about these kits is that she's got the sweetest things to go inside. Just the sweetest. And I told her this is my favorite thing about the kits because I love all the goodies stuff. And I love this stamp that she had in there. Raquel, I love this. I was reading it to my table mates and it says, "We are very pleased to introduce you to your stamp set." So this is a stamp set, right? It says, "A good friend helps you shop for scrappy supplies." Lots of hearts. And then it says, "But a true friend helps you hide your stash when you get home." That was a lovely chuckle. Because listen, when you are immersed and you love paper crafting, you can't help but find so many things to be pretty. And as someone said, what she's come to surmise is that part of paper crafting is the collecting of the supplies to do your crafting. She says that alone, the retrieving, the collecting of the supplies to create what you're creating is a hobby all in itself. So here she is again, more than words, the lovely Raquel. And this one, actually, actually this one was in the welcome pack. We had a kit, a welcome bag, and I have that somewhere because Lisa blessed us with a bag with some goodies, and so this was in there. And because Raquel was one of the two vendors, she blessed the folks in attendance with this little notebook. So I got an extra blessing from her. And good for Raquel. I want to imitate her. Imitation is the best form of flattery. So Lisa was very keen to share with Raquel, her daughter, the importance of making sure you brand everything. And so, of course, Raquel listens to mom. And so every piece of everything you get from Raquel is branded. So I'm like, hey, I got to do that too. Thank you, Raquel. Thank you, Lisa. And then this pretty um, napkin was placed on the table at lunchtime or supper. There were two pretty ones. One I tore a piece of. I don't know where I placed it. But this was the second one. And when I saw that on the table, myself and a few folks were like, we're not going to wipe our mouths with this. So here it is. How gorgeous. Wipe my mouth with this? Not that it's not worthy, but I could do so much with this. And so, listen, going on an hour, hopefully you had something to snack on or something while I was going on and on. I found the second piece of napkin. See, I did not lie to you. I did indeed tear just a piece of it and kept the rest. Look how beautiful this is. Listen, when you are involved in paper crafting, you have the opportunity to come across such pretty things. And as moms, hardworking moms, single ladies out there, some of us single for many years, don't even know if and when that mate will come, but I kid you not and I will not lie to you. Being a part of the paper crafting world is one of the most beautiful experience that you can ever find yourself in. I will never lie to you. This is not a lie, this is truth. So, I will later on at some point in the near future be updating and letting you know about the one-day retreat that I will be having for single ladies. And I hope that many of you will start inquiring and spreading the word because you need to keep watching. So when I bring it out there, it's going to be limited seats because I don't have, the opportunity to get a big space. Not now. I'm going to start off small, and I look forward to seeing you all there, whoever you are. I'm in Toronto, so this event will be somewhere in the GTA area. I still have